The House Oversight Committee and its chairman, Elijah Cummings, have sent letters to Donald Trump's accountants telling them they need to hand over his financial documents because they want to look through those documents, not just tax returns, but other financial statements, and find out if what Michael Cohen said a few weeks ago during his congressional testimony, find out if that is true. Because Cohen back in February told us that Donald Trump would inflate or deflate his value when dealing with banks or dealing with investors, which is criminal fraud. So Cummings and the other Democrats on this committee want those documents. They want to be able to verify if Cohen was telling the truth and if there is in fact a criminal sitting in the White House today. Simple stuff, right? But it wasn't just a request. They actually subpoenaed these documents. They made it legal. They did the correct thing. And then Donald Trump and his attorneys sent a letter to their accountants who have this information, the people who were just subpoenaed, and they said, don't you dare follow through with what that subpoena is telling you to do. Basically, ignore this legal demand for documents because we don't want that information to go public. And let's be clear about something. This is not information that Elijah Cummings was about to release to the public. This is information that his committee wants to get their hands on so that they can determine whether or not the president was committing financial fraud every time he turned around, as Michael Cohen had told them during his testimony under oath. Yeah, Michael Cohen has a history of lying to Congress under oath. So shouldn't we investigate it? Shouldn't Trump want that investigated to see and prove maybe that Michael Cohen lied again and that he can't be trusted and that we should discount every single thing that he says? Or is Trump once again trying to hide his financial statements because he understands how damning they're going to be for his presidency? You know, for a guy that claims he's done nothing wrong, he sure as hell acts like the guiltiest person on this planet. And the public is starting to pay attention to that. You know, it was one thing during the Mueller report, everybody had their preconceived notions about what Trump did or didn't do, and none of that changed, even with Barr's summary. It's not going to change when we get the redacted version. It wouldn't even change if we got the full version. Everybody already thinks they know for sure what he did or didn't do. But the financial stuff, that's a little bit different because he won't release it and because he's fighting it at every step of the way. And because they're threatening to go to court to keep that information a secret. Those are not the actions of an innocent person. They're not. Innocent people do not do that. But Trump is hiding his financial records. He's hiding his tax returns. They threatened legal action against any of the schools that he attended if they released his grades. This man is hiding something. This man is hiding a lot of somethings. And I think a good number of people in this country are starting to understand that. If he was squeaky clean, if he had nothing to worry about, if he was in fact a stable genius, he would want those transcripts released to the public of his grades. He would want his financial documents in the hands of those House investigators so he could show them that he's never done anything wrong and that he is squeaky clean. But instead, he's trying to fight it. He's trying to fight it in court. He's trying to fight it with his lawyers. He's trying to fight it on Twitter. He is trying to fight it everywhere because he understands what is in those documents. And the more he fights it, the more telling it is that we all really need to know what he's hiding in there. One of today's video sponsors is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community that offers thousands of videos for users to help learn new skills. Skillshare is absolutely phenomenal if you want to learn how to video edit, if you want to learn how to edit photos, if you want to learn how to cook, learn about nutrition, staying in shape, whatever it is, Skillshare has the videos and knowledge to help you learn this. Now, there's lots of different reasons why this could be helpful. Maybe you just want to do better in your life. Maybe you want to make a career change. Whatever it is, Skillshare has something to offer. And right now, what they're offering is the first 500 users who go to the custom URL below will get 2 whole months of Skillshare absolutely free. Now, I've actually been using Skillshare now for several months, teaching myself a little bit of video editing, trying to get better at that, photo editing. This is incredibly helpful and useful information that they have available. And again, the first 500 Ring of Fire users to use that custom URL below can get 2 months absolutely free. Just go to skl.sh/ringoffire2. Following that custom URL, which is also in the video description below, first 500, 2 months absolutely free.